And so there are a few rules that are really important on how to see which is a good photo and which could definitely not be used. And here are a few rules. So rule number 1, we do not want any backs of heads in any photo. So for example, this girl, we don't know who she is because it's the back of her head, and mostly you just want the faces and no backs of heads. It can be really difficult to name. We don't know what her face looks like. This could be anyone, especially during trying to write out a caption or something like that. You know who these people are, but we have no idea who she is. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is we want 4 people at the max to be in a photo. So for example, besides the fact that their backs are turned, which is rule number 1, no, but also there are way too many people in this photo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's like 10 people in this photo, and it can be really hard and overwhelming to have to list way too many people. More than 1 is best, so 1, 2, 3, but no more than 4. Definitely no more than 4. It just makes it really difficult. Okay, rule number 3 is we don't want any posing in any pictures. We want the picture to look natural, kind of in action, especially for news and for news and sports. No picture at all should ever be posed or looking at the camera. So for example, this girl is looking straight at the camera, waving. We don't want that. It looks posed. Well, it is posed, and besides the fact that this is a pretty bad picture in itself, it looks cheesy. It's better to just capture the moment when they are not posing. And so that is rule number 3. And rule number 4, which can be sort of hard to explain, is the rule of thirds. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Let me just get these out of the way real quick. There we go. Here's an example. Here's an example. So, rule of thirds is the picture can be broken up into 6 squares on an entire picture. And this is something that we do not want. We do not want someone straight slap dab in the middle of a photo. It looks too posed, definitely, besides the fact that he's looking straight at the camera. It looks too posed. It looks kind of cliche. We don't want him straight in the picture in the middle. What we mostly want is right here in the corner. About, if you can see, this little intersection right here is the best. In the corners, in the upper corners, so the upper left, the upper right. So for example, this is a good picture too. It's up in the corner here. Not way up here, nothing down here, but definitely not in the middle. If it's in the middle, we can always crop it, but while cropping, you want to definitely put it somewhere up in the corners here, which is the rule of thirds. Pretty important. It looks way better. It doesn't look as posed, it doesn't look as typical. It definitely looks more natural. And so those are the main rules for making a photo and picking out which one you want in the newspaper, especially picking out your top 10.